One more mic check, big dog.
I'm pretty sure we're good.
Smash the like button.
And we are totally fine.
See, it's weird. It's because now that we started recording, now on your end, you're like a second behind.
I mean, I have both things recording, so we'll be totally fine. As long as you're okay, I'll be fine.
No, I'm okay. It's just like, it's like now that I'm looking at, it's like we were just talking a second ago, you were like 100% like synced. And then now that we started recording, now it's like you talk, but then your lips are like a second or two behind it.
That's how it was with with yours just a few minutes ago. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the What's Your Opinions podcast. It is your loveliest host. Sorry about last week's episode. My problem. Don't really want to get into it. The main fact is audio was such an issue. Like literally.
What happened last week's episode?
So the episode we just recorded a couple days, like a week ago. One, the audio, I don't know what it is. So like the interface that I have, it's awesome. I don't know what it is. It just wouldn't pick up the condenser mic that I have, the one that I was holding. It didn't register it as a microphone. So it did not record that audio. I synced up everything. Everything would have been perfect. And it just wouldn't sync it. It was weird, but it's whatever. So this is officially 107, guys. So welcome. Before we even start this episode, guys, thank you guys for like the 28 plus subscribers that just subscribed to us like these last like 6 days. It's kind of ridiculous.
You know how hard it was to make 28 fucking YouTube accounts?
You did all that? Dude.
No.
Virtual hug, bro. Yo,
I'm not gonna say. We're not gonna.
We're not. I'm cutting some shit if we're gonna do that right now. I went to 7-Eleven. I was down on my dollars like this past weekend. I had 7-Eleven like pizza. Gonna say this. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Their taquitos will never not smack.
Dude, their taquitos are fuego. You know what? Their chicken wings are kind of gas too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I will say this though. I'm loving the Mac camera though. It's actually pretty fuego. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a lot better than it was before.
Maybe it's just the lighting that I have in the room because I really have no like natural light that really hits inside there at all.
I mean, it hits your side, so like it kind of. If you looked at like a couple of our past videos, it doesn't really look that way, but yeah, it looks fuego right now because you just got a Mac, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I just got the MacBook.
Expect a lot more content on the road now, guys.
Yeah, because like now I don't have to sit on a fucking beanbag on the floor.
It's true. It's very true.
I can sit at the little table outside and like actually like somewhat relax.
It's a vibe.
My hips were hurting.
Were they?
Okay. My hips were hurting so fucking bad sitting on that fucking floor, dude.
I would agree. But how's it been, Bucko?
No, it's been good. You know, work's kind of slowing down. We're gearing up for that holiday weekend. Just because I got the disclaimer, this is a non-alcoholic beer. I know normally I have it in the bottle or the can. It looks normal.
We believe.
Promise you guys, it's non-alcoholic.
He's not relapsing, guys.
No, you know, we're gearing up for the holiday time. You know, we're only on a 3-day week next week.
Oh, for Thanksgiving.
And yeah, and then you know, and then we work another maybe 3-4 weeks, and then we're closed for a whole entire week for from the 23rd to basically the 1st or 2nd of January.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You do like your annual, like you guys are off for like the week and
stuff.
Yeah.
We're off for the week.
I'm screwed next week. I'm so screwed.
Oh, you have Black Friday. That's right.
People that don't know, I work like retail, and I work 2 jobs at retail. Dude, I can't even enjoy Thanksgiving. My ass needs to be out of this house by like 4:45.
Yeah, so I remember working things Christmas. My brain. I just got off work because I got pregnancy brain right now.
Yeah.
I remember when I worked Black Friday at Target, and my mind totally thought it was gonna be way fucking worse. Like we started at like 5, so I had to be there at 4, and then I didn't leave until 12. I thought it was gonna be way worse because you know they make a big deal of it, especially like a store like that, like Target, Walmart, places that have like asset protections.
Yeah.
to prevent shoplifting. They make a really big deal out of it. They're like, oh, watch out for that because consoles, anything Apple, video games.
Yeah.
It's all just out on the floor, which is
It's
like that's never the case
it's a
all
war.
year round. So they make it a big deal, like, oh, watch out for this, watch out. People put just trying to, dude. It was so fucking boring.
Is it?
I caught one person, and what they were stealing was a phone case.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Like literally everything, and like, and at the time, I was in a group chat with like other people who were also the undercovers for at the other stores.
Yeah.
I was in a group chat with them, and literally everyone's like, "Quiet here, quiet here."
Yeah.
Like my one phone case, and then like this one other dude on like near the east side, go figure, was a liquor. He caught some teenagers stealing fucking bottles.
Oh, that you were at San Jose, right? Or
I was at Santa Clara, so I was at Santa Clara off of El Camino. Nothing but nothing but Asians and Indians.
yeah.
Um, so I was in a pretty quiet. Like, don't get me wrong, like the theft was there. It was just a lot harder to find it at that store because I really wasn't in a high like
You're not in a bad
theft
neighborhood.
area.
You're not in a bad neighborhood.
No, not at all, not at all. Like I live down the street. I live like, basically in between two fucking hospitals. Nothing but dealerships.
Oh, okay, okay.
Ver I remember actually when I was up for promotion there, one of the because they wanted to give me my own store.
Oh, really?
One of the stores I was on the table was
Mm.
Gilroy.
Really?
Yeah, and I turned it down for the fact of I know people in Gilroy.
Yeah.
Would it have been easy? Yeah.
100%.
But then also, so yeah, I remember they offered me Kurtner.
That's in Morgan Hill, right?
Uh, no, so Kurtner is San Jose. It's the plant. So boiling
Oh,
crab and all that.
yeah, yeah. I know.
Which that whole side street, there's I don't know what's called. I think it's like a halfway house for homeless people.
Yeah, my grandma
Literally,
would work there. Yeah.
literally right down the street from that Target. So literally, I knew the guy there, Dustin. Um, he was all day. His apprehensions were nothing but homeless people all day,
Yeah.
and it was nothing but batteries, food, clothes, camping supplies, um, shit like that. Like a lot of my apps would be fucking like makeup,
Okay.
clothes, electronics, like speakers.
I'm not necessarily like I'm not like necessarily like I don't think it's gonna be like crazy busy. I just think online shopping has really killed like that department and shit. But
It
like
has
um
it's like that, and then also Black Friday back in the day
you line up.
was like only like one day. It was literally one day. Now it's like a whole it's an episode, we got interrupted. Um
What's up?
it was literally I just got my beer. Yeah, start young. I see that beer in your hand.
It's
Don't
actually
lie to me, boy.
it's a Gatorade.
Um
um
Black Friday used to be like a day.
I'm getting more prepared for the fact that I'm gonna be working like almost like 14, 15 hours because
Nah, yeah, it's gonna be a long day.
I'm gonna work 6 to 2:30, and then I mean 6 to 2, and then I'm gonna have to tell my boss from my other job, the one I sell my shoes with, I'm gonna have to tell him like, yo, can you just schedule me like 2 o'clock, like 2 to closing, like I beg you, because I haven't had scheduled conflicts with them before yet. So I know this one, he was just like, yo, I need you like all day Saturday, so like you have to figure this out. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. But yeah, I'm okay with it. I mean, I work like at a really expensive like store, and then I work at like a shoe store, so like we have to like I literally had to go in a meeting on Sunday talking about like the Black Friday weekends and all that stuff. So I was just like I'm just mentally getting prepared for next week. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving?
Ugh. To be honest, I have no idea. My dad, they're going to Kim's sister's house. My mom really doesn't do anything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I know Adria's family's not really getting together this year. They're just kind of, I think it's just like her mom, the grandmas, and a brother and her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of hoping I'm kind of hoping all like my aunts get together and do something just because I can go there and not have just like, basic ass, stuffing and fucking mac and cheese.
Do you want to come to like my
At
pad?
least there I'll know someone's making. Oh, we'll see because I got to figure it out.
I mean, if you just ask for it, and I'll just, my mom probably say yes, but my mom makes a bomb ass ham. I know you don't like turkey, so I mean, it's whatever.
Well, I like turkey. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's the overrated meat for Thanksgiving.
it's there. I mean, my grandma makes it hella juicy, so like I love turkey, but it's just like my mac and cheese. Like I make great mac and
Oh, we're
cheese.
cutting out bad out here today.
I mean, I can still listen to you. Like I said, if as long as the audio is cool, like I really don't like the video thing. I can finagle with it, but if we get the audio, we get the audio. But what was I gonna
Yeah,
say?
it's just when you freeze, I can't hear you anymore. So I don't know if you're still talking or not.
I
So then
mean,
I don't really want to like jump in and say something.
we'll figure. I mean, you could just say you're frozen, and then I'll just like, say one thing. Like I said, as long as the audio's okay, then we don't have to do a video this week. But you watched skipping to like we didn't even have topics today, guys. I kind of want to get your thoughts on this because you watched the entirety of it. UFC 294. 294. I only got to see highlights. That stat you just sent me earlier is just like ridiculous. The entire main card fight time was only 21 minutes.
Yeah, it was fast.
That's
It was like a
insane.
9:30. 9:30 we were done. Overall, fucking great card. Every single fight was a finish.
It's one of those nights. I was
Um,
so pissed.
exactly what I predicted was right. There was no choppiness on the site. Probably because of John Jones and Stipe falling off.
Probably.
So
It
that
was
was
smooth
cool.
sailing. I didn't know. We got a new interim champion. Tom Aspinall is now our new interim heavyweight champion.
I
And
say this about that.
what's up?
Call him what he is. He's the undisputed champion. I know Jones is the undisputed champion, but we both know Jones and Stipe, they're going to retire after they fight next year. Um, Personally, I don't even think that fight should even happen anymore. I think Jones and Aspinall is the fight to make.
It should be the fight to make.
But Jones and Stipe, they literally they want their legacy fight. They want their they want their send off retirement fight. So whatever. I just think the longer this goes on, where you don't see them fight, because John's out with
Pectoral
the
injury.
torn pec,
And I was
and
just talking about this with my coworker because my coworker from MK from Michael Kors, he's a huge UFC fan. I didn't even know that. I'm like, oh shit, you watch UFC? He's like, dude, I watched the entire card. It was awesome. I was like, oh my god, I finally have someone I can relate to. So we were talking about it and stuff. And so our he thing is like, how long do you think John Jones has? And I was like, well, with a torn pec, it's different. I didn't read too much into the injury. Is it like a straight tear or is it a minor tear?
yeah,
Straight
tear.
tear?
So from where it connects, it's
Okay,
gone.
yeah. So the only time I've seen someone return from a complete torn pec, he was an NFL player, Quan Alexander. He literally had eight. He tore his pec in like week 6, and then came back first week of the playoffs, which was January. So within that time frame, I think that was like a 8-week like recovery, which is like unheard of. If you tore a pec, like you're out for like at least 6 months. And with John Jones,
Yeah,
I think with
so
the age, not even with age with John Jones, it's like if that's a straight tear. The only other one I kind of would kind of relate to is probably like Cody Rhodes. I don't know if you remember when he wrestled with his torn pec.
yeah, I remember that one.
So
Huh? Recording?
where's your dad? Is that your dad or mom?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah. He's like, what are you doing?
but yeah. So
Holy shit.
what up, Felipe? Come to the episode, Felipe, if you ever want to. Um, so I'm thinking we're not seeing John Jones until like UFC like 304 for
Well,
like a full
here's the
recovery.
thing. Because I think the longer it goes, we don't see this fight. The longer it goes, the more we lose. We kind of lose interest. I mean, because think how invested and interested everyone was for Connor and Chandler.
Yeah.
They did a whole season of tough, and then come to find out all this bullshit with Connor not entering the USADA pool and just kept getting pushed out and pushed out and pushed out. And at this point, it's almost kind of like, will we watch that fight? Yeah. Does anyone really talk about that fight anymore?
Not really.
Exactly. It's gone too long. So how long are we going to entertain Jones and Stipe?
I honestly didn't
How
think
long are we
that.
going to?
I didn't think that fight was supposed. I mean, not supposed to happen. It's Stipe would have got the shot regardless. I mean, I don't think Stipe deserved the shot, but it's like the only guy left there for now. But when you think about it, it's just kind of like it's with that fight, it's turning into like a boxing fight. Like, oh man, when are these guys gonna fight? Yo, it's confirmed. What's gonna happen? And then, bam, they like are pushing it back. Like that's what's going on with like Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. We were supposed to get that fight in December. It got pushed back to February now. How long are we gonna have interest into this undisputed bout before it's like, fuck it, I don't want to watch it no more.
Exactly. So
I was like, I'm still gonna watch it,
it's
but like
just
I've
kind of
lost my interest with it.
that's exactly how it is. That's exactly how it's going to be with this Jones and Stipe fight. Do we want to watch it? Yeah. Do we really have interest in it? Not
No,
really. I mean, so I like I said, I've watched Aspinall from Cage Warriors to his UFC debut up until this point, from like literally from probably his third fight in the UFC before he was ranked. I was like, dude, this guy has world champion written all over him.
we watched him in his debut, not his debut. We watched him in like what the UFC London card a couple
The
years
UFC London
back.
card with Volkov.
Yes, with Volkov. Yeah, we were like going, and I knew nothing about him at this time, and you were hyping him up, and I was like, oh, okay, like like whatever. The only thing we constantly said that entire fight, like, that's a handsome man right there. Like, come on, look at that. He literally is like the embodiment
Yeah.
of like Frank Mir, but like prettier.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what he is. Like, if you look at his body, it's like Frank Mir, but like a little bit more like,
No, actually, I don't know. Frank Mir's a pretty good looking dude too.
I don't know. I don't like Frank Mir. I think
Nah,
I don't know. I mean, editor me, put a picture of Frank Mir right now.
nah. For Frank Mir, you watch, and you're gonna go look for a picture of him later, and you're gonna be like, damn, this motherfucker's actually
Yo, this
this
motherfucker.
motherfucker's actually this motherfucker kind of a dime piece.
This
You
motherfucker,
know?
he kind of overrated. but with like Tom Aspinall, you're right. He had championship, like contender, potential champion written all over him. This guy is just head over heels talented. Whether it's on the feet, whether it's on the ground, he carries himself as a champion, and he just has this great team around him. You don't see him in controversy. You don't see him in. He's not headlines like, oh, he's on a DUI. You don't see that with Tom. And I just felt like that kind of gravitated me more towards him for the main fact that this dude he's humble, he has everything that's built for a champion as a young ass dude. Cause what, he's 27?
He is 30.
Okay, well that's still kind of young in the UFC. I thought he was like 27. But you know what I
He's
keep
pretty
forgetting?
he's
I
young, though.
forget he was out for the year with the torn ACL.
Yeah, he was out for the torn ACL.
Yeah.
So, but this fight aligned perfectly for him.
Oh, for sure. 11 days notice?
No, yeah, and that's the thing. That's what made this fight like just more like kind of intriguing too, because it's like it's not like only one guy took the fight on 2 weeks notice.
No,
They both took
both.
the fight on 2 weeks notice.
Oh, 100%.
Um, but just the way Tom took out Sergey just
I don't
makes you think, damn. So if that's what he can do, if that's the way he performs on 2 weeks,
full camp.
like
He's killing people.
he's just and he's just so good. And I was almost kind of like I lost the words when I watched it, just because like I said, I've been so high on him for a long time. Easily my favorite fighter in the heavyweight division.
I just feel like with Tom, it was just like when you. This is the thing we have with each other. Like we know each other's favorite fighters. We know our favorite fighters like Tom Aspinall. And I had to work, and I was like, "Yo, if you can update me on whatever," and you're like, "Yo, I'm gonna let you know right now." Co-main's like just started. I was like, "Oh shit, co-main." I'm like, "Oh fuck." I'm like, and then all of a sudden, I just hear in all caps, 5 minutes later, Tom fucking wins. I was like, dude, I was bound, dude. Because I was putting shoes away, and I was like doing shit, and then you text me that, and I just yelled, "No fucking way, Tom's champion." My boss is like, who the fuck is Tom? I'm like, oh, he's a UFC fighter, Tom Aspinall. I was like, cool. Do you mind finishing that up for me, please? I was like, you fucking asshole. But
Let me have my moment.
exactly. I guarantee you, if you and me were at the same pad, bro, we would lose our shit.
Oh, dude, I was jumping up and down when I saw it. It was so good, so perfect, and it was that's just it. It was a perfect fucking 1-2.
Oh, dude, I saw that. I was like,
Picture
damn.
perfect. Fucking wobbled him with one, sat him down with another.
Then just hammer fist.
Um, Hammer fist that, in all honesty, probably weren't needed. But
They were not.
that's just the
No,
ref.
wait, no.
It's
The
whatever.
first hammer fist was because Sergey kind of got up until he fucking,
Oh
until he
yeah,
just
until he
fucking
planted him.
So that's when he planted it. But I was just super excited for that, and I know Jessica Andrade won. I know obviously our other new champion at light heavyweight is Alex Pereira. I thought I knew that fight was not gonna go all 5 rounds. I just knew just the KO fucking these guys have. I'm like, no one's going home like not battered. Do you think so? Everyone's complaining about it. Do you think it was an early stoppage, or do you think it was rightfully so?
So here's where the argument with that stops. Yuri said it was a good stoppage.
Okay, then.
So argument done. Shut the fuck up about it, people. Argument done.
I know.
Yuri said it was a good stoppage. Yuri admits that he was out.
See, this is the thing. I don't understand why people make so many excuses sometimes. Where the main fact is like, if the guy that got knocked out, or the guy was like, yeah, no, that was like a pretty good stoppage. Like, I was fucking out. Like, why do you guys want to constantly make? I mean, get it, you're like they're fanboys or whatever, but like you constantly just want to make an excuse for why you want to undercut Alex Pereira's win.
No, say, and it would be different. Say Yuri got on the mic and was like, "I was good to go." Da da da. Okay, cool. Conversation continues. We can make the argument: was it early? Was it good? But when the guy who got finished gets on the mic and goes, "No, I was out. It was a good stoppage." All right, cool. Let's move on.
Man,
The guy, the guy just humbly admitted defeat.
yes, like what? At
So
what
let's
point? At what point are
if
we
he if
making
he's cool with
arguments?
it,
Shut
yeah,
up.
if he's cool with it, be cool with it.
Like it's like
You
that's
know.
like me saying like no, that's a bad argument. I was gonna make an argument for it, but that's just like it's just so dumb to me. It's just like yeah, Alex didn't win that belt. I'm like clearly has that belt strapped around him, and not only that,
Now
it was a good stoppage because
here,
Yuri himself said it. So what are we arguing about?
so now here's the only thing too. There's still just unfinished business when it comes to Jamal Hill.
Oh yeah, Jamal Hill's gonna get the definite
Um,
title
is
shot
is
first.
Alex our champ? Yes. In my eyes, the belt just still doesn't feel legitimate because of the fact of Yuri relinquished
I
because of
was just
injury.
about to say that.
Jamal Hill relinquished because of injury.
None of these
Now we have Alex
none of
Pereira.
these new champions haven't defended the title.
Yeah,
Until
they
until
didn't get a
that
chance.
title is defended, Alex is the champion, but until he successfully retains that belt, he is just right now just a champion. I'm not going to consider him the champion just yet. Whether like when he called out Adesanya to move up to light heavyweight, Adesanya's not doing that. But I'm just saying like you have Jamal Hill. If he successfully beats Jamal Hill, whether via knockout or by the 5 rounds, I will consider Alex Pereira the champion.
It's just so funny how much this division has been in shambles since John Jones left it.
Has not been like a legit since John Jones
So
left.
so since John Jones left it, here's what the title has looked like.
Jan.
John Jones left. So John Jones left it, and it went to Jan. Then it went to Glover. Then it went to Yuri. Then it went to Jamal.
Well,
Now it went to Alex.
you're missing a factor. Should have gone to Ankalaev. Draw.
Yeah, should have gone to Ankalaev.
The championship belt has literally been tossed around like someone just joining a gang. Like that is legitimately how you can summarize the light heavyweight division is literally getting tossed around like a gang member.
There's been more vacant title fights in the light heavyweight division since John Jones has left than there has been a successful defense.
100%. Like, that's 100%. There's no way, shape, form how you guys can like because everyone's talking about like the welterweight division.
Oh wait, even still, I mean, Jan defended his belt against Adesanya.
Oh yeah,
That was a champ fight. That was put together because there was no contenders in middleweight, nor was there contenders in light heavyweight. So the only thing to do was to keep these two guys who wanted to stay busy against each other. So yeah, but even then, that's one successful title defense light heavyweight division's had.
Granted, Adesanya did move up to do it. He didn't fight like a pure light heavyweight, but I'm not gonna like discredit that winner or whatever. It's a successful title fight. I mean, it's a title reign, so yes, you could say,
Yeah, and then
that's one title defense.
Yeah, there's been one title defense in the light heavyweight division since John Jones has left. There has been 3 vacant title fights in the light heavyweight division
In the
since
past
John Jones has left.
the past year and a half. No, year,
Yeah,
just a year.
John Jones vacated, I think, around like 2021.
Yeah, he vacated in 2020.
2020, so like in 3 years.
He
Like,
he vacated in 2020. Jan and Dominic Reyes, they fought for that title, right? Yes, they fought for that
Jan
title.
won.
Jan won. Jan defeated Adesanya, lost to Glover because I remember that fight because it was in 2021 when he lost the belt because I was working UPS at that time and I was like in November. I was working UPS. That was November, and then you had Glover Yuri. Yuri had to vacate the belt, and so on and so forth. It's just crazy.
That division's just been up and down.
Oh, 100%. That's one of the most dysfunctional divisions because there's no like order to it. Like no one's like you look at middleweight, there's order.
There's order now.
There's been order with Adesanya. Whether we like him or not, Adesanya's held the title for long.
Well, there was order in the sense of we had a successful title holder, not order in the sense of we were kind of recycling contenders for this dude.
Okay, that's understandable. Like welterweight, not really. It's just been held for so long.
We're gonna have to see.
I hope Kobe wins.
It's gonna be a weird one if Colby or Leon win. If either of them win, that division is still kind of weird because it's like, okay, so who's after Colby then if Leon wins?
You have to give it to Belal. Who do you? As much as we don't like Belal Muhammad, you have to give him the title shot.
Yeah, you could give him the title shot. We
don't like him. We may not like Belal Muhammad, but this dude, he hasn't lost. He's been winning. I think he's one of the most disrespected guys in that division for the fact that he hasn't got a title shot yet. I mean, I don't like. I've said this, and I said this as a joke. Watch Belal Muhammad be the guy that sleeps any of these guys in the top 3, but he won't. But like again, if Leon wins, I think Leon wins against Muhammad, and I do think it's a little bit more interesting with Muhammad and Kobe just because they're both wrestlers, because they have like no sense of striking in their arsenal. It's just weird. All I know is I just hope Kobe wins for the main fact that Leon needs to fucking go. Like, I cannot stand Leon. Leon's a fucking baby.
He immediately kind of, the second he won the belt, did the rematch, and after that, it was kind of just, I don't know. He got too late because now he's saying that he wants to go up to middleweight and fight the winner Duplessis and Strickland, which that's not going to happen, dude.
No fucking way.
So it's like the only. And that's where it's, I've said this before, where like the whole idea of a champion in the UFC now is totally shifted.
In the sense of popularity?
In the sense of legacy. None of these guys give a shit about legacy defining like title reigns. You look at GSP, Silva, Hughes, Jones, fucking Demetrius Johnson, even like, Khabib. None of those fighters that I just mentioned really ever chased a champ fight or really, shit like that. They were all focused on defend my belt. It wasn't no like I'm gonna defend once and then hey, I want a piece of that. I want some double champ status. I want this.
But don't you think a double champ status would be a legacy defining moment also?
It would be, and it's just.
Or do you think? Wait, let me finish this. Let me finish my thought real quick. Or do you think him defending his belt against the top 5 is more legacy defining than a double champ status?
It really depends because we've had two ends of it. Because we've had Connor, who went from beating Aldo, losing to Nate Diaz, losing to Nate Diaz, beating Nate Diaz, winning the double bet, winning the light heavyweight,
The welterweight title.
the lightweight title.
Oh, that's right. He was a class before. Yeah. Sorry.
DC, he had already kind of established himself at light heavyweight, very dominant light heavyweight champion,
Mm-hmm.
and getting a shot at the heavyweight belt with Stipe kind of made sense.
But would you think if, let's just say, Daniel had defended the top 5, some of the baddest motherfuckers? Okay, let's put it this way: do you think him beating Jones was a better legacy? If he would have, we'll play hypothetical. If DC would have beat Jones, not in a million years would he do it. But if he were to beat Jones, is that legacy defining more than a double champ status?
I think so, just because at that time people were already starting to call Jones the greatest of all time.
Okay, so it's not like we're moving the goalpost. It just depends on that. Like, let's put it like this: Khabib beat Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor. Give me like 2 more that he's beat within his title reign, or those are the only 3 he
That's
won.
it.
So he beat those.
He only defended 3 times.
3 times? Okay.
Yeah, he only defended 3 times.
So I don't know. Like Conor, I never really. My thing is this: I'm not saying Conor's overrated. I just think Conor at the wrong time has fought the guys during their prime. Like you said before, I think we had this conversation before. The guys he fought to get to those belts before, these guys were not nowhere in their primes just yet.
Yeah, they weren't in their primes just yet. They were. But that's kind of weird because then you look at what all those people did after fucking Conor. It's just like, God damn.
It
dude.
is. It's crazy though. But do you think Conor would beat those guys a second time? Obviously, we've got it confirmed with Dustin Poirier. Did he fight Max Holloway, if I'm not mistaken?
He fought Max. So I believe Conor was Max Holloway's debut.
Okay.
And then lost in that one to no shit. Get this, he fucking lost from fucking Conor wrestling him.
Yeah, and yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Um,
But do you think a Max now can piece up Conor if Conor was still in the lightweight?
I think so. It's just be interesting because we've already kind of, everyone because for the longest time the stigma when it came with Max was that he was a big 145er.
Mm-hmm.
That everyone for the longest time said, oh, 155 would suit Max really well. And then he fought Dustin at 155
for the
everyone
interim.
was saying, everyone was saying, wow, Max is really small for 155.
It's just one of that states where it's like you're okay for one division, but like and everyone's like, oh man, he would be great there. It's just like that division isn't for him. It isn't for him yet. I feel like that's the same way with Volk. You're ridiculous for 145, but like you're just too small for 155.
Yeah, I just think that's it. He's just too small for them. And even back to that fight one, we're gonna honestly, I don't think we're ever gonna see Volk in a title picture when it comes to 155 again.
Going what?
He was already.
Oh no. He's
I
not
don't
going
think we're
155.
ever.
He's not going back to 155.
Yeah,
Dana's you went 0 for 2. I get it. That's cool. 11 days notice, but you got fucking dog walked.
yeah. Like he was already kind of granted a freaking free ticket to that title shot after the first fight. Like he could have. He had his money in the bank. He could have cashed it out anytime he wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
and he cashed it out in 11 days notice. Hey, dude, you're a baller. There's not a lot of guys even in that division that probably would have signed up for that fucking smoke.
No, not at all. It's
Because
either
to my
one.
knowledge,
Who was the second?
they only offered that fight to 3 people. They offered it to Volk, to Dustin, and to
Not Gaethje.
Gamrot. Gamrot was the backup. Gaethje
I mean,
specifically has said he does not do short notice fights.
yeah, I know that. I don't think Dustin would have taken that shot just for the fact that it's that that short of a notice. Maybe Gamrot, but I think Volk was like the only guy that's like suited for it. It's like, okay, you can cash in your ticket right now if you really want to.
Yeah, I think that when it came to Volk, I think for them they were just banking on the whole rematch aspect because of just how close that first fight was.
For sure.
Because I've already read like interviews with Dustin about it because he straight up said, yeah, they called me, they asked me my weight. I was like he was like I'm like one. It was like I'm like 180 right now. He just talked to them, and then they were like, "Okay, we'll call you back." They never called him back because they ended up going with Volk.
I just think UFC just becomes interesting. I mean, at the end of the year, there's a lot of implications that come at the end of the year. Like like you said, watch Tony be a ranked fighter, and Patty's going to be in the rankings because of that Tony fight.
I'm still predicting. I'm still holding true to that prediction.
Oh yeah, say it right now so I can put a clip, so I can use a clip right now.
I bet you at least a couple weeks out from the December card, they're gonna put Tony in the rankings, probably like at 15 or something, just so if Patty beats him, they can put him in the top 15 now because he technically beats a ranked opponent.
Yeah, it's stupid, but I'm excited for that. End of the year is looking kind of fresh for boxing though too. Next week we're gonna get a pretty good one.
Who's next week?
Benavidez.
Oh, sorry.
I will not be watching that fight, sadly. But David Benavidez, I need you to watch that for me, Alex. David Benavidez, Demetrius Andrade. That's basically a Canelo implications. Whoever wins that fight is Canelo's mandatory. You have Shakur Stevenson that fights in December. Devin Haney that fights in December. Deontay Wilder fights in December, and Anthony Joshua fights in December. I'm gonna say so. Yeah, there's a lot of implications because the fight for Tyson and Alexander that was supposed to be on this 23rd in Saudi Arabia didn't happen. So Saudi Arabia was just like, you know what? We got to figure out a thing or whatever. So Anthony Joshua didn't want to fight Deontay Wilder. So they decided, you know what? Why don't we give you guys like decent? Well, why don't we give Deontay Wilder pretty good competition? And you still need to kind of go on your fucking redemption tour right now. So like, we'll give you that, Joshua. Because let me see. I think I have it right here too. Yeah, as I don't want to go on about the Wilder fight, but I think the March or April, David Dern said that's probably going to be it. So AJ wanted to fight Wilder. Thought he was confident enough to make the statement to fight someone like Wilder, but ended up not to. Deontay Wilder will be fighting. Despite the disappointment, Waylon and Parker are no slouches. Waylon is 26-0. That's the guy who's going to be fighting. He's 26-1 with 14 KOs. That's the guy that's going to be fighting AJ. I honestly really do think that's going to be a good fight for AJ. Someone that's kind of hungry, someone that's young, someone's decently young, and someone that's kind of fresh. And he did give Fury a pretty good fight back in the day. That was like in 2019. He put hands on Fury. And then Parker's 33-3 with 23 KOs, and he was the former WBO champion. And he's going to be fighting Deontay Wilder. That's interesting because if Joseph Parker wins that, he's in the championship sweepstakes. Because Deontay is still the number 3 guy. Yeah, he's number 3. And I just think it's just like with Deontay Wilder, you're fighting someone that can throw hands, and Joseph Parker's a pretty good boxer. He doesn't just slug, he can box. You look at Deontay with Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua can box. This guy's a little bit of a slugger, but he could throw some hands. If he catches you, he catches you. So I think that's going to be pretty interesting for the end of the year. It just sucks that it's in fucking Saudi Arabia, though.
Saudis want it.
I mean, Saudi's money, don't get me wrong, that's awesome, but yo, can we not have like a 4-hour main event? A 4-hour main card?
Yeah. We'll have it.
I am so over that. Like, I feel like that put a really big distaste in my mouth when it came to like with Saudi Arabia, for the fact that, hey, yeah, we got money, we got a really good fight here, but yo, here's like 5 artists that's kind of irrelevant, and we're gonna perform for 45 minutes. It's stupid. I'm still debating if I get like a fat check in the next 2 weeks. I really still want to go to Devin Haney's fight if you were down.
Shit, so I forgot about that.
We can go. Do we go like I think the gates open at like 4. We can go like fucking interview people. Yo, what if we meet like? I know there's gonna be some celebrities there. What if we catch some celebrities, bro?
That'd be kind of nuts if we actually run into people.
I'd be like, yo, dude, can we get a quick interview with you real quick? Anything else on the subject before we end this episode? I think this is a pretty good one.
No, I don't think so. I think that's all. I think that's everything.
All right. Oh, we'll say this. Did you watch Five Nights at Freddy yet?
No, I didn't.
Okay. I mean, still gotta give you the password then. Remind me later so I can ask my mom for the login.
All right.
With that saying, everybody, we hope you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving, whatever the fuck it is you guys have. Let me get the outro. I hope you guys are gonna have a fantastic Thanksgiving, fantastic, whatever the fuck it is that you guys do. Have a nice holiday, a day off. If you do get a day off, I don't know. But hope you guys stay safe. I'm gonna have a ton of family here, potentially Alex. We don't know just yet. But with that saying, guys, you guys can follow us on anything. Make sure to subscribe on our YouTube channel. We went from 13 to 42. That's kind of nuts. So with that saying, guys, I really have nothing else to say. Alex, take us away. Where can the lovely people find you?
You guys can find me all the same places as always at the Last Videla Bender on Instagram and Twitter. Don't post much. I normally just shit post on my stories. That's about it.
It's fucking hilarious. You gotta get those TikToks going though, buddy.
I know.
But without that saying, guys, we have episodes every Friday. I think I have like one video in the making for the channel too, so you guys are gonna probably get a double upload by this week. Without that saying, guys, we see you guys next time. Have a nice and blessed Thanksgiving holiday, whatever the fuck it is, and all my retail people, I salute to you as you should to me. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.